Hello everyone. In this video, we will try to understand how to use Excel calculator in calculating income tax and decide which tax regime is better for you. So as you all aware, so there are two tax regimes in currently, which are old tax regime and new tax regime. So we'll understand what exactly is old tax regime, its key features and tax slab. So you can see up to 2.5 lakhs there is no tax, and if your taxable income is between 2.5 lakhs to 5 lakhs there is 5% of tax, and if your taxable income is 5 lakhs to 10 lakhs then it is 20%, and for 10 lakhs and above there is 30% tax applicable for all individuals under old tax regime. There are exemptions and reductions that are available only under old tax regime, which you can check out. There is separate video that I have created to understand different sections that are available under old tax regime. And also you have a rebate of rupees 12,500 under section 87A if your taxable income is less than 5 lakhs. Apart from this, there is a standard deduction available for salaried employees up to 50,000 rupees. So by default, you will get a 50,000 rupees as standard deductions under old tax regime. So that's about old tax regime. And for new tax regime, the tax slabs are quite different. Like you can see up to 3 lakhs, there is no tax. And if your taxable income is if it is between 3 lakhs to 7 lakhs, then there is 5% of tax. And if it is between 7 to 10, then there is 10%. And if it is 10 to 12 lakhs, then it is 15%. And between 12 to 15, it is 20%. And if your taxable amount, income is beyond 15 lakhs, then there is 30% of tax that is applicable for you. So the key features in new tax regime is like there is 75,000 of standard deductions available, and also a rebate of 25,000 available if your taxable income is less than 7 lakhs. And from this financial year, the government has declared that this would be, new tax regime would be the default tax regime that would be applicable for all individuals. And if you want to change it to old tax regime, you need to you need to do it while filing your ITR. So the benefits of this Excel calculator is you can calculate the income tax that is applicable for you. You can plan your tax based on like your current income tax, and if you plan in advance, you can decide and invest in different categories wherein you can save some tax amount. Also, you can decide which tax regime is better for you. So to do that, we'll get into our Excel and we'll see how exactly you can use that particular Excel calculator. So here you can see this is the Excel tax calculator that we have prepared, and all you need to do is you need to enter the fields that are highlighted in yellow, like your annual gross salary, like HRA amount, professional tax and entertainment allowance, NPS, all other details you need to enter. So the tax calculator automatically calculate the final tax applicable for you under old tax regime and new tax regime, and it will say how much tax saving you will be having if you decide the better one, and also the better option that you can choose among these two. So you can see, for example, I have selected 20 lakhs as the annual gross salary, and I have mentioned a standard deduction of 50,000. So you can see there is a note also available. For example, for old tax regime, the standard deduction available is 50,000, and for new tax regime, it is 75,000. So all that you need to do is you just need to enter. If it is for old tax regime, you just need to enter, and for new tax regime, we have ensured that the standard deduction is automatically deducted from your annual gross salary. And yeah, so standard you need to enter. So for example, right now I have entered HRA as 3 lakhs. Suppose if you don't have HRA, like, or if it is less, you can just modify it accordingly. So currently I'll just ensure that I'll enter 2 lakhs. Sorry. And you can see automatically the tax, uh, calculator has calculated and suggested that new tax regime would be better for you because it results in less tax than the old tax regime. So if I even change, like if there is no investment in NPS, so that is, I'll just ensure that I'll enter zero. So you can see the old tax regime has more tax, like the tax is being increased. Like if I, even if I don't have health insurance, which can be claimed under Section 80T. So that also, if I exclude, you can see the final tax is going to increase under old tax regime. So that's how the tax calculator works. So, like for example, if your taxable salary, if your gross salary is 12 lakhs, and you can see a standard deduction of 50,000, and HRE, like for example, if you have a HRA of, like for example, 15,000 per month. If you're paying a rent of 15,000 and per year, like 1,80,000. So there is a separate way to calculate HRA, or like you can check out my video. I'll provide the link as well. So you can check out that particular video and understand how exactly you can calculate HRA, and that is house rent allowance, and enter that particular amount in here. So for example, I'm just roughly entering right now. And apart from that, you will have professional tax and entertainment allowance. So by default, professional tax, like mostly for all salaried employees, would be 2,400. So which is what I'm entering here. And like based on the particulars that you are entering, the tax calculator will be calculating and it will be displaying the final tax. So right now you can see 79,000 is the final tax under old tax regime. And as we go on in, entering the particulars, so you can see it will get updated automatically. So I'm entering the investment in the NPS. Like suppose if you have it, you can also enter, or else you can just ignore it. So the maximum cap that is applicable for NPS is 50,000. So I'm assuming that individual has invested 50,000 and I'm entering it. So apart from that, you can also enter leave travel allowance if you have it in your salary component. And if you have a home loan, you can enter the home loan interest payment. So the only interest component you can enter it here. And the principal component is, however, will be considered in uh, ATC, Section ATC. So that particular amount. Also, like under Section ATC, you will have like PF, LIC, PPF, ELSs, like Sukarna Samruddhi Yojana. All other components are included under ATC. So you can enter that. And suppose if you have health insurance, so you can enter that. So I'm entering 25,000 for you and your spouse, and you're taking for your parents, you can enter that also, like additional, and that 25,000. And if your parents are senior citizens, then you can claim up to 50,000 for them. So collectively it would be 75,000. So that is the maximum cap that you can have, which includes your senior citizen parents and your family. So that, so you can see based on these numbers or figures that I have entered, the tax calculator has calculated the final tax that is applicable on old tax regime as well as the new tax regime. And it has made the decision that new tax regime results in higher taxes. Tax savings between these two would be 8,000 rupees, close to 8,000 rupees. And the better option among these two is old tax regime because it is less when compared to new tax regime. So the whichever is the least among these two, which it will be highlighted in green color, so you can make out whichever tax slab you can go for. So this way you can use the Excel tax calculator that we have prepared and ensure that you pay the best, the least tax, that is income tax for the government. So hope you like this video and do subscribe to our channel. And if you want to download this, if you want to use this particular income tax calculator, we will post this particular in our Telegram channel. You can comment in the comment section. You can post that you require this particular tax calculator, and we will share the link of the Telegram channel. Thank you.